Guys, Ogs from the US, welcome to the channel and thank you for watching. In this video, I'm going to give you a quick preview for the game today between Chelsea Football Club and Crystal Palace at Stamford Bridge. Yeah, we are going to play home, but it's gonna be in an empty stadium, so it doesn't really make any difference for me. And it's said that the fans are not going to be able to influence that game. I'm sick and tired, man, of empty stadium. It's time for the government to start allowing some fans back to the stadiums. First thing first, one of us, Gary Cahill, is coming back to the bridge. I don't know if he's fit, but last time we played against Palace at their own stadium, Gary got injured and he was out. Giroud took advantage of the situation and scored a goal. It is what it is. It's football and we have to move on. So if Gary is going to play against us, I hope that he doesn't perform good, captain. Another player from Chelsea that I'm not sure he's going to play is Michy Batshuayi, because he's still a Chelsea player and he's not going to be allowed to play against his parent club. Patrick Van Aanholt is also a Chelsea academy product, and every time we played against them, he always tried to score against us. So Patrick, behave yourself, brother. You are one of us, always a blue. Another great news for us Chelsea fans is the return of Christian Pulisic, Captain America himself. Frank Lampard said in his press conference that Christian is going to play, but not from the beginning. He is going to come off the bench, but all that depends on how the game goes, because if we have a very bad result and we have just to close the shop, we might have to bring a defender instead of putting Christian Pulisic. It just makes sense, right? So let's wait and see. Fingers crossed that Christian Pulisic can make his debut in this campaign in the Premier League. And let's pray for his health, because if we have 100% Pulisic this season, we are good. We are all set and we are going to do a lot of damage in the Premier League, but also in the Champions League. The bad news is that Hakim Ziyech is not going to be part of the team. He's still not much fit, but he's recovering very good. And Frank Lampard doesn't want to rush anybody from injury, because we know what happened in the past, and it's useless really to rush people back to the team, because you could lose them for the rest of the season. So we need to be patient as fans and stop speculating all the time about injuries, about the transfer news, about such and such, about doctors, about Frank Lampard and all that. It's not because of Frank Lampard that Hakim Ziyech or Christian Pulisic are not playing. It's something that he can't control, but of course, everybody is an expert from his couch, and for some reason we know everything that going on at Chelsea training center. Anyways, how can you talk about Chelsea against Palace without mentioning Kurt King Zuma? Oh my gosh, the last time we played them away, Zuma saved the day, because if it was Christensen or another defender, we were going to concede more than 5 goals. I don't understand what went wrong that day. Kepa Arrizabalaga disaster class, but of course fanboys are going to say, oh, that was impossible to save. As usual, any kind of shot on goal is impossible to save because it's Kepa Arrizabalaga. So hey, I don't want to get on Kepa now because we have Mendy in goal. So I'm happy. He's going to concede goals. I always insist he's not perfect, but he's going to try at least dive At least do what you can do and let the rest take care of itself. You know what I'm trying to say? Anyways, Kurt Zuma saved the day. What a tackle. The last minute tackle was one of the best tackles that I've never seen my entire life. So King Zuma, thank you for doing that, and we need you even more today, because Christian Mbeteke doesn't score against other teams. He's going to score always against Chelsea Football Club. In our side also, we need to take our chances. You know, Timo Werner, Callum Hudson-Odoi, Mason Mount, Tammy Abraham, or whoever, we are missing too many chances this season. I thought that we're not going to have the same problem this season, but I was wrong. Even Timo Werner is not clinical yet. Yeah, yet. I insist, yet, because he's going to improve and he's going to be clinical. How many one-on-ones that Timo Werner, Tammy Abraham, and even Callum Hudson-Odoi missed since the beginning of the season? So people would jump and get on Frank Lampard and get their agendas back on track because we lose a game of football, or because we draw or something. But ask yourself a question. Do you think Frank Lampard is the one that would tell Timo Werner to skyrocket when he's in front of the goal? You know what I mean? Those one-on-one, you can't teach. There is no coach that would teach you how to score a goal. Okay? He would teach you the tactics and strategies, but when it comes to finishing your chances, it's your responsibilities on the field to finish your chances. Against Liverpool, we missed maybe 3-4 clear chances before we got a red card and the game was over by then. Against Spurs, the same thing. How many chances we didn't score? Against also West Brom, the same thing. So we have to blame also players instead of getting on Frank Lampard. Okay, so in today's game, I will go 4-3-3 just for the structure. In goal, I will go with Mendy. Back four, I will go with Chile, Zuma, Silva, James. Midfield three, I will go with Havertz, Kante, and Mason Mount. Front three, I will go with Werner, Tammy Abraham, and Callum Hudson-Odoi. I know people are going to ask me so many questions, especially about Mason Mount. I made another video yesterday explaining why I want to give Mason Mount another chance, because he's an angry man and a hungry man. So he's going to do some damage because he's angry and he want to prove people that the penalty missed against Spurs was just a blip. You don't have to agree with me, and don't ask me so many questions why and why not. You can just leave your comment and give your formation and your starting 11 and all that. I'm not telling you Frank Lampard is going to use this formation or those players, but it's just a personal biased opinion. For people who are going to ask me about the pivot, Jorginho and Kova, let's be honest, that pivot doesn't work because it's too slow. It's always backward, sideways, and we need somebody who can progress the ball. We need some urgency in that midfield. We've been open so many times from the midfield, and most of the problems that we have in the defense and goal conceded came often from the midfield. So Jorginho, I'm sorry for the fanboys, but he's just not good enough for the system. Jorginho doesn't have any pace. He can't defend. He's too slow. He's not physical for the Premier League, and we have to acknowledge it. And for Kova, very good player, but he doesn't have the end product. He can dribble past everybody, but the last action, the last pass, the last shot that can make the difference, he doesn't do it. So he also slows the game down a lot. But I don't mind keeping him or putting him at some point when we need somebody to control the tempo or to beat the pressure. But most of the time, we are not even under pressure. We need somebody who can progress the ball because we need to score goals. If you don't score goals, you don't win a game of football. Simple as that, right? My prediction is that we are going to win 3-0. Yeah, clean sheet. The first clean sheet for Edouard Mendy. Christian Pulisic to score when he comes on in the second half. Mason Mount is going to score a golazo because he's angry and hungry. And also Timo Werner is going to score. 3-0 to Chelsea Football Club. 3 points in the pocket before the international break. Leave your comment. God bless you. Think outside the box and see you in the next one.
Flying high in the sky, looking at the bloody flag flying high. Stand for Bridge to